You're listening to Hunting the Front Lines, part of the Praying and Slaying Podcast Network. This show is led by retired Army Sergeant Justin Wilson and dedicated to the men and women hunters who serve or have served in the U.S. military and chase game wherever they're stationed. From on-base hunts to wild ground just outside the wire, Hunting the Front Lines is your go-to resource for scouting new terrain, learning the ropes, and making the most of every opportunity at your next duty station. Now let's dive in.
Welcome back, everybody, to Hunting the Front Lines podcast. I'm your host, Justin Wilson. Before I get to introducing the next guest, I want everybody to keep an open mind with this. I had to do some real soul searching over the last few days about bringing this guest on. Great guy. He's a veteran just like, everybody else I've had on. Runs a great organization that does a lot for the veteran community. But the downside of this individual is he's a Seattle Seahawks fan. I've struggled with this decision over a few days, but I finally decided, I need to keep a level head about it and go ahead and let the guy come on and talk. And, we'll dive into the Seahawks a little bit, I'm sure. But I just ask all the listeners and all the viewers today, just keep an open mind. Don't hold it against the man. He's still a great guy, but, it's the one bad side to him. So, but today's guest, Mr. Jess Todd, Army veteran, runs an awesome organization. I'm not going to go into detail about it because I want him to tell everything about it. I want him to get everything out there for you guys. Amazing individual. We're going to dive into his military career a little bit, let him tell you guys about that. And then we're going to dive into the organization. And then after that, if we have time on this episode, it's maybe a two-parter. If we have time on this episode, we're going to talk about Fort Hood. He hunts Fort Hood quite a bit, so we're going to get that information out there for you guys and gals. I need to stop saying just guys because there are gals that hunt too. And, I want to get this information out for all of you that are either going to Fort Hood or maybe live around the area that has thought about hunting there, but just not sure how to do it. We're going to get that information out. Like I said, it may be this episode, it may not. Things are kind of going on today. We both have to kind of make it quick. So this will probably be a two-parter. So if we can get all the information in, great. If not, hey, we'll have two episodes. You guys, like I always say, get your popcorn, get a drink, and let's go. Oh, one more thing too before we start. Go Broncos.
Hey, man. Oh, shoot. Can you see me?
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Hey, sorry. I'm doing all this stuff, man. I'm so sorry. I'm going to head to the office here in a minute.
All right.
I'm making chili for my church. So they're doing like this chili cook-off. And throughout my Army career, we've entered a couple and my recipe's pretty good. So I'm going to give it a run tomorrow,
Well, good luck, man. Good luck.
That's a nice bird you got there.
Hey, thank you. I killed that here on my property in Indiana.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah, the hunt lasted 7 minutes.
Those are the best kind, honestly.
Well, the funny thing is, I wasn't even going to go hunting that day. I was sitting on the couch, relaxing. It's just Indiana season always comes in so late. It's at the end of April. So I thought, nah, I'm not going. And then a buddy of mine was out probably, I don't know, maybe a quarter of a mile back behind me back here hunting. He's like, man, birds are gobbling everywhere. I was like, I mean, he's full of crap. So I was like, whatever. And I thought, you know what? What if he is telling the truth? I'm going to miss out. So yeah, I'll get my stuff on. I grabbed 2 decoys. I just carried the decoys in my hand on their sticks and stuff and had my shotgun on my shoulder. I thought, I'll walk down here. So I walked down to our property, and Marathon gas line runs through my property all the way across west to east. And I thought, I'll get down here and I'm going to call once. If nothing responds, I'm going back home. I let out a couple clucks and stuff, and I heard it gobble just a couple hundred yards away. I was like, oh, crap. So I run down the gas line, got on the edge of the woods, set my chair out, got my gun set up, got my little tripod set up and stuff, stuck the decoys in. And right as I sat down, my phone rings. Luckily, I had on vibrate, but it rings. It's my brother-in-law. He's like, "Hey, man, I just killed a pretty big bird." I said, "Well, I'm going to shoot one too." He's like, "Oh crap, I'll let you go." I hung up my phone and set it down in the leaves, and all I did was hit the call once, and he gobbles at the bottom of the hill. And I mean, he come at a dead run. I shot him
Oh
like
my gosh.
10 yards. I was like, man, that's awesome. So that's been my quickest turkey hunt ever.
That's awesome, man. That's a good story.
Thanks, man.
And just imagine if you never went, you would have never bagged them.
Well, it's like I told my boys last year. My two of my kids are wanting to get into deer hunting and turkey hunting, so I tried to get them to go last year, and it was a perfect day. It was a Sunday, no wind. I mean, pressures were high. It was nice and cool out. I was like, hey, we should go deer hunting today. Deer are moving. I've got them on camera. We need to go down there and sit in the food plot. Nah, Dad, I'm gonna go play a Fortnite tournament. I'm going. We just got back from church. I was like, I'm going. I threw all my stuff on. I got in the stand. I was there maybe an hour and shot 134-inch 6-point.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a good one.
Big old boy. I was like,
Is that typical for Indiana? What's typical?
I mean, I've seen some pretty good sized 6-points in my day.
Yeah.
But I'd never seen one like that. I mean, he's 20.
That's a big deer, yeah.
Inches.
Yeah.
So big old boy. I mean, I killed him right here on our place.
Man, that's nice, man.
I
ain't got no property. I wish I
had
did.
seen him 2 years ago, but never could get a shot at him. He was about 85 yards away during bow season. And I mean, that's a pretty good sized deer, but I couldn't tell what he was. And I didn't know it, but I had a ton of trail cam photos. I had an old trail camera on this trail. I forgot about it. I forgot it was there for a year. I forgot all about it. I went and checked. I was like, man, that's a pretty good size 6-point. Wow. When I saw him live on the hook, I was like, yeah, he's really big. So, well, tell me about yourself. Tell all the listeners about who you are and you know, because I did a little intro and I even got the Seahawks in there for you.
Oh, you did? Oh man, that's my marriage, honestly. Let me go get set in the office and then we'll get started.
All right, sounds good, man.
I'm cooking a big vat of chili right now, like I said, and it's outside. And let me go give it one more stir, but you're gonna come with me.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Man, I bet it smells good too. I love chili.
So I do. The secret is the brisket. That's the secret. So it's like a mix. I put some venison in there.
Yep.
And I put some brisket. It's almost boiling. I don't know if you see that in there.
That looks good. That looks tasty.
Stir.
Man. Well, it's funny you're making chili with brisket. I'm gonna get up at 2:00 tomorrow morning. I'll make an actual brisket in the smoker tomorrow. Oh yeah.
There we go.
That looks good. Wow.
All right. Now I can go in the office.
That looks tasty.
Let me turn this gas down a little bit and maybe a cerveza.
Oh yeah, gotta have that.
Sweet. All set.
Oh yeah.
All right, babe. I stirred it. Okay. Yeah. Chill. All right. Here's my man cave a little bit. I mean, it's a little dirty, but.
Oh yeah. Some good birds too, and good deer too. Wow. Wow.
These are just so I keep like a top. What is that? 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like a top 7.
Mm-hmm.
And every year what I do is once I shoot a long beard, I'll measure his fan width. Like if you spread out a fan, right, like your fan in the back.
Yep.
If it's totally level, I'll measure from feather to feather, and I just sort of rank them up there on like how big the fan is. Yeah, it's just a little. I don't know why I do that. Why do I do that?
That's kind of neat though. Man. That's a good idea. I never thought about that. Huh.
Let's see. Okay.
Now were all those birds killed in Texas?
Most of all these are Rios. All the ones that you saw on the stand here, they're all they're all from Fort Hood. I got these, so those are out of state. This one up here is Louisiana. That's my only Eastern that I've shot. Okay. And then the one below that is a public land, Osceola.
Okay.
And that one sucked. I'm not gonna lie. That one was pretty terrible.
How come?
He was tough. I think I walked total of 14 miles.
Wow.
Yes, it's a cavalry hat. You can make fun of me now. Go
No, no,
ahead.
no. Hey, I was deployed with
I
Cav.
have a maroon beret too. If that
No, hey, I was deployed with Cav, so we're good. Hey, I'll be honest. Cav was the best. Well, Cav was the second best unit I deployed with.
Yeah.
Because
What brigade? What brigade were you?
oh man, I wasn't in Cav. I was a canine handler.
Oh yeah, you were an MP, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
so I was an augmentee.
Yeah.
They snatched me up. My first deployment to Iraq, I got in country. I worked with SF for I don't know 4 or 5 months, and
Yeah.
then I went to Balad, and out of Balad, Cav snagged me up. I think it was it like 3/8 or
3-8, yeah.
3/8
What?
was 3/8
Yeah.
was one of them, and there was another one down there with them. I can't remember who they were, but I mean, those guys were awesome. I mean, we
Yeah.
never had an issue, and I mean, it was just me and I think me and five
Yeah.
or six other dog handlers and stuff. They took care of us. Anything I needed, I'd call them. They'd get it like that.
Hell yeah.
So
That's
no,
awesome, man.
I got no problem with Cab, man. Those guys are awesome. That's the combat patch I wear. I still keep in contact with a couple guys that we deployed with. I mean,
Man, I spent a lot of time in the Cav. Gosh, I after Korea, we decided that to come back to Fort Hood
yep,
because my family. I was raised in Georgetown, Texas,
okay,
which is like 30 minutes, 45 minutes away from Fort Hood, right?
yep,
And so my family lived there, and we wanted to be around them. Well, we knew we wanted to be in Texas, so I
yeah,
volunteered to come to Fort Hood. And like immediately after, like this is 2012, 2013, here I go to Afghanistan, right?
yep,
And those dudes just got back from Iraq too, like pretty short. They did Inherent Resolve, I think, and
yep,
so it was like back to back turnarounds for those guys that were in the unit whenever I got there.
yep.
Um, but I did platoon sergeant time as an infantry guy over there in Afghanistan with Cav, and I went twice to South Korea, like a rotation with a Cav too.
Really?
So I did platoon sergeant time, then I went
Huh.
to be an OCT at JRTC,
Yep.
and then I came back. I said I want to go back to the Cav. I want to do first sergeant time there.
Cool.
I had some, things to consider because my wife's from Washington. I was like, "You want
Yep.
to go to JLBM or JBLM?" And she's like, "No, let's stick around Texas." So, and I just sort of finished my time out after that, just around the Fort Hood area. Did like a good amount of time as a first sergeant, and then I went to the SVAB
Yep.
deal, new SVAB thing, and I finished out there. But yeah, that's sort of half of my career there. The first half, I was a Bragg baby.
Yep.
Started off with Fort Bragg, right? Wanted to be a hard charger like my grandfather. He was a Bragg guy in World War II and stuff. I got a long line of history. I fell a little too far from the apple tree, so to say. I got a lot of West Pointers.
Oh
I was an enlisted bum, and proud to be right.
yeah. Heck yeah. Hey, we make the
I
army turn.
yeah,
We
you
make it
know,
turn.
backbone, I guess, right? I
That,
don't know what they
that's
call
what
it
they say
anymore.
anyway.
It sure did feel like it, didn't
Yeah.
it?
Well, the one thing I'd always make jokes about it. I mean, we kid around, especially enlisted officer, we joke around with each other, but it's like you've always got those officers that sit in an office and make decisions. We're the ones out doing it. And it's the worst
Yeah,
decision in the world they make. It's like,
I
man, come
agree.
on.
You just take those experiences and you just apply them to the real world, and it's weird being away from the army, but like
Oh yeah.
it was hard in the beginning, getting out and transitioning and
Yep.
using the outdoors as an outlet. It's helped me a lot, especially with the group of guys that I've come to sort of know over the years in the
Yes.
outdoor community. Um, that helped a lot too, for sure. Yeah.
I don't know about you, but me, I grew up hunting. I grew up here in Indiana. I grew up hunting all the time with my dad, my grandpa, my cousin. we're always in the woods hunting something, deer, rabbit, squirrel, turkey, whatever.
Yeah.
I always had that dream as a kid. I want to be like these guys on TV. I want to have my own hunting show. And I retired
I
from the
know, right?
military. Yeah, I always thought it'd be cool. I want to travel around and get paid to hunt. But
Yeah, right.
after getting out of the Army, me and the wife, I got a job working for the government as a contractor. Loved my job, easy, got paid great money for it, but we decided to move to Montana. When I got
Mhm.
there, I started working in the outdoor industry, and I hated it. Hated it. It's cutthroat. And
Yeah,
it's like,
that's what I've heard. Yeah.
yeah, and that's you grew up in the Army the same way I did. You take care of your guys.
Right.
But man, I hear in the outdoor industry, it's not like that. You cut your guy's throat to get ahead, and it's like, man, I can't do it, so I quit. And then I moving back here to Indiana. We come back here right as the pandemic started.
Hmm.
My wife wanted to be around family too. And I wanted my kids to grow up around their grandparents and see them more. It's like I've been hunting with a lot of vets around here, and it's just there's nothing else like it. There's nothing else like it. I mean, you can see a guy that's just like you've been to combat just like I have, and it changes who you are. It changes your DNA. People can say no, it doesn't. Oh yeah,
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree.
it does. And it's
100%.
like you get around these guys though, when you get in the outdoors and get around things and start doing things you enjoy, you can see those old guys back. You can see the old
Yeah.
person back. And
Yeah, for
it's I
sure.
don't know what it is, man, about the outdoors, about hunting and just getting that camaraderie together. But man, it makes a difference in a person's life. It really does. So that's
100%.
why
Yeah.
after talking to Aaron, I want to get you on because he told me about what you were doing. I was like, man, I want to get more guys here doing the
Yeah.
same thing. Because I come from a small town and there's
Yeah.
nothing here for people after high school. So a lot of guys join the military. So it's like, man, we got a lot of vets. This would be something cool to try to do here.
Right.
So tell me about what you're
Yeah.
doing.
Man, a long time ago, I think I was in Korea. I think it was like 2016, right? Or something
Mhm.
like that. And I had met a lot of dudes that hunted over my
Yep.
course. And like the two platoon sergeants that I served with, during that time frame, they were huge influences. And they both, like one of them was a real big hunter from Virginia, big,
Mhm.
big redneck guy. He's still in the Army. And the other platoon sergeant, I taught him how to turkey hunt. So he like instantly fell in love with the outdoors. And we all like went to Afghanistan, and all that stuff. And um, I don't know. I started kicking around. I was like, why don't we just like this is when like Facebook and Instagram started to be cool a little
Yep.
bit, right? And you start getting more exposure, just like you're talking about the outdoor industry. And I was like, I bet I can do that because I know a lot of people. And then my brain started, spinning
Yep.
around. I was like, well, how do I bring all these guys that I know to one location that we can all sort of create our own, like, I don't know, outdoor channel, right?
Yep.
But the key is we're all veterans.
Yep.
We're all connected by what I say, bonded by service, country, and the great outdoors. That's what I
Yes.
sort of our tagline, right? But
Yep.
over I was talking to people. I was like, "Do you think this is a good idea?" And everyone's like, "No, man, it's already been done. It's been done, and it has been done." I'm not saying we're successful, but it was just this like, how do we bring veterans like me to one spot? Um, and that's sort of where One Mission Outdoors was sort of formed, right?
Yep.
I wanted to be Mission Outdoors, but it was already taken. And I was like, well, what else could I do? And I racked my brain. I was like, well, let's just make it like a big red one. Um,
That's what I was wondering. I was wondering if that's where that came from.
well, the red is actually from like it's supposed to be Old Glory red. That's what that red color is. But I
Yeah.
wasn't a Riley guy. I had plenty of friends in Big Red One. I tried to make it to Riley, but I never got up there. But it's up there,
Oh yeah.
in my respect category. But
Yep.
but yeah, make it a number one, right? And I'm making it military based.
Yep.
One MO, those acronyms and stuff.
Oh
But
yeah.
like it all started with the like five of us. And it really didn't start rolling until like 2018, I think, where I brought some because I was sort of well known in like the turkey category around Fort Hood. and I had been running one of the Facebook pages for like a turkey group nearby, and I just started asking random dudes that I saw that were really good. I was like, man, that guy he tags birds every spring. Like, man, I'm gonna reach out to that guy. Like, hey man, are you prior service? He's like, yeah. I was like, you want to join this group that I'm putting together? And so it just started like that, right? And then that guy was like, dude, you should talk to this guy. You should talk to that guy.
Yep.
And like I think we got up to like 25 dudes in our little chat group that we got. And then my thing was like, I wanted to celebrate them as hunters.
Yeah.
I wanted to showcase their skills in a social media platform. And so I started making them videos and making them posts on Instagram and Facebook and just sort of like highlighting them as a person.
Yep.
To be better and like just like because they're good hunters, right? Like they kill shit.
Yep.
And they get it done out in the woods. So I just started like, dude, looking like doing that stuff. It was an outlet, right? It was an outlet for us. It was an outlet for me mainly. But these guys definitely made it a team, and we're still a team right now. So that's sort of where we're at with the one mission outdoors thing, right? Do you guys have anything like that? Do you guys have like a group that?
No, I mean it's just
converses and just talks and shares information.
Yeah, like right now. So I've had this calling for a while, and I couldn't figure out what to do. I've always wanted to give back to veterans. I always have.
Yeah.
And so I was stationed at Leonard Wood for about 18 months, 19 months, something like that. And I was an instructor there. And I had this colonel tell me one night, he's like, one of the privates was having an issue, and I just kind of pulled him aside and was talking to him just like a person. There's no NCO to private, just straight person to person, just kind of talking to him. And when he walked away, he had his head up. You could tell his confidence went up, all this stuff. And this colonel come over, and he's like, hey, Sergeant, I want to talk to you for a minute. I was like, what's up, sir? Because that was really cool what you just did. He's like, you could have been all over him like most NCOs. He goes, you weren't. You pull him aside, you talk to him. He's like, when he came to you, his head was down. Now his head's up. His confidence is up. He feels like more of a man now. He's like, have you ever thought about going and being like a counselor or a therapist or something? I was like, no. I thought he was kidding. So I kind of giggled. He goes, I'm not kidding. He goes, you'd be good at this. He goes, all the cadre here, we watch you, and we can tell you care. They're not just numbers coming through. You care about these guys. I'm like, well, yeah, sir. I said, the way I look at it is this guy may be watching my 6 in combat next year. We don't know.
Right.
I want them to be able to talk to me and feel safe, but I also want them to learn. I said, it's my job is to teach them. So that's what I'm doing. I said, but they're men to me. I understand they're 18, but they're here, join the military. They're a man now. That's just the way it is. So I'm going to talk to them like a man. But it's like after that, it's just like I really wanted to help the veteran community because, we give a lot and people don't realize how much we do give. And, I've told people, I don't know about you, but me, I get uncomfortable when people walk up and, thank me for my service.
Same. Yeah.
I don't know what to say because I didn't do it for recognition. And most vets don't. You can go to a ball game or whatever. And a lot of vets won't stand up for things because they didn't do it for that.
Yeah.
But it's like, I want to kind of like you, I don't want to say I set out to get vets recognized, but I won't, like my friends that I hunt with, we're all vets. There's 6 of us now. And we don't always hunt together. Sometimes we're all hunting at the same time, just different places, but we'll all send pictures and messages back and forth. And I kind of want to do the same thing. I kind of want to recognize those guys. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to start this podcast.
Yeah.
Get these guys to come on. And, for me, I travel over the U.S. and hunt. And I always go to a lot of different military bases, and every one is different. Every single base has their own different rules and regulations you got to follow.
Yeah, I know.
So I told Aaron, I said, I want to start a podcast, and I want to put the information out about these bases because I hunted 3 different bases that year, and every base was different with the rules. Yeah. So it's like, I want to get the information out there to these guys because not even just vets, active duty guys, when you PCS a new base, if you're a hunter, you want to hunt.
Yeah.
Well, if you look back at my podcast and see I've got all these different podcasts, maybe I've got one for that base. Go back and listen to it. And you can see what you got to do and make it easy for you.
Yeah,
so that was just,
I agree.
just one way I could give back. I'm still trying to figure out a way now. I've been talking to Aaron here for probably about a year or two about possibly starting like a veterans group, but it's hard to find what I want, and I want like a safe environment. And when I say that, I don't mean like, under lock and key with guards outside. What I mean by that is a lot of times when you want to start, like I was going to start one in Montana, but everybody's like, oh, I'd go to the VFW. I don't want to go to a place where there's alcohol and stuff involved.
Right.
I just want to get a place where we can get a room, just everybody sit down and just talk, just whatever you want to talk about. If you're having problems with your wife, just vent, let it out. If your kid had a great football game Friday night, let's talk about that. Whatever people want to talk about, let's just talk about it. Because I've noticed with a lot of vets, especially guys with PTSD or whatever, it helps them just to talk about it.
Yeah.
So that's my next thing. I got to figure out how I can do that. So that's why I wanted to talk to you to see what you guys did and how you did it and kind of get some ideas, because I like what you're doing. Because Aaron told me, he's like, man, they got a good thing going here. He's like, man, you need to talk to him. I said, yeah, I'd like to get him on. So that's why I hit you up, because I want to talk to you and see what we could do.
So the guys that I brought into the social media aspect of it, they're really good at influencing people.
Yeah.
They have their own things going on too. Like,
yeah,
one mission is just a stepping stone on many others, right?
Oh yeah.
But like eventually it got to a point where it's like, we can influence others. We can like participate in things that help other people because of our knowledge.
Yes.
Not just like we like to show off, right? We like to get up in a saddle tree
Yeah.
and then take the cool guy pictures or whatever. But like at a certain point, like one of my counterparts, his name's Justin, and he basically runs the nonprofit side of the One Mission Outdoors archery ranges, and that's what it's called.
Yep.
So we have the One Mission Outdoors archery range, and that has served as a place where veterans can come together, and you can do that kind of thing that you're talking about. We haven't done it yet, but this is like things that we would love to eventually do. And then we did open it up to that kind of, thing where you can bring people together.
Yep.
You talk about it. You can do like military type things that used to be fun back in the day, right? Little competitions and
yes,
like that. So we use that as an outlet for people like Aaron, like myself.
Yep.
And it brings people together, and we all shoot together, and it's fun. Community, right? And that's the thing that we miss about the military, is that whole side of the community. And that's what we're all trying to do over here, is maintain that and do the best we can while we do it.
Well, and it's a good thing, because like you said, you're bringing veterans together. It seems like, and I don't know for you, but like me, when I retired in 2016. And before I even retired, I had a job working back for the government as a contractor. And I worked with a few of the guys that I actually had been stationed with, my last duty station there.
Yeah.
But it's like, once I left that job and moved to Montana, we kind of lost contact.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like social media, it's been great. Most of the people on my social media are guys that I was stationed with or deployed with, whatever.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
But it's like everybody's got their own life, and it's like everybody's busy. So that's why I want to get something going to get that little bit of camaraderie, like you said. That's what we all miss. That's what a lot of people don't understand, because like both my parents worked in factory jobs. So they asked me one time, what is it about you guys? Because you guys would call each other brother and sister and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, because we're a family, and you have to have that mentality to survive. You really do.
Yeah.
And I told them, I said, it's camaraderie. And that's what we all rely on, is the camaraderie. That's what we all miss. When you leave it, like you said at the start, it's hard. My first year being retired, it was hard. It felt weird every day, and not having, the guys I'm used to being around next to me. It felt weird for a while.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
I think it's a great thing you guys are doing. I really do.
Yeah. Just bring it, like, I don't know. Social media is it's a weird thing. Like, we're all on it way too much, but at the same time, it can be used as a tool to, showcase what we love to do. because a lot of us use the outdoors as like a means of therapy,
Yep.
just to sort of get away from the social aspect of humanity, because we all know like it's rough out there, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
disconnecting from all of that and just going to a place where it's quiet and you can just watch and observe things. That's what we all love to do across the spectrum. And that's, I think, a really good crossing point for a lot of people. And that's what
Mhm.
I found that can bring people together, especially like guys like you and me, right? Like here we
Yep.
are, we have connected through some other dude,
Yeah.
and now we're talking about how we can make the outdoors great again in Indiana with
Yeah.
veterans.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this past season, 2025 season, I actually hunted a couple military bases here in Indiana and met a few guys, met one old vet. Uh,
What bases are up there?
so there's well, it's still a National Guard base. We've got Camp Atterbury
Yeah.
here. And
Okay.
then there's also an Army Navy depot. It's Crane. So
That's cool.
Crane's a little bit different though. So you have to
I
either
wonder if you
work.
see, do you, what are the crowds like there? Are these small locations that you have to like draw for?
Well,
Or,
so with Atterbury, if you're not 100% disabled, you're not active duty, or you're not a National Guard,
yeah,
you have to get drawn. But like me, since I'm 100% disabled, I just
yeah,
buy my tags and go. That's
that's
for auto.
cool. Yeah,
Now,
yeah,
gun season and muzzleloader, I even had to put in for the draw.
yeah.
Their gun season archery are only a weekend long. It's a Saturday, Sunday, and that's it. But like archery
Uh-huh.
season, I just buy. And see, that's the thing too with Indiana is I don't have to use my state tags on base. I buy a military refuge tag to use on base. So
I
technically, the
see, I
state of
see.
Indiana, with the bases that I hunt and everything else, I can kill like $5 a year here if I want to.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, yeah, because they've
That's
got
awesome.
because I got my state tag, I got my state buck tag, I've got my military refuge tag on Crane, I've got my military refuge on Atterbury, I've got reduction zones, and there's another one I'm missing. There's a fifth tag I'm missing. I can't think of what it's called now. But yeah, I can kill $4 or $5 in the state of Indiana. It's like wow, I don't have that much time to even try.
Yeah, right. That's a lot of meat too, I'm sure. I bet
Yeah.
those deer are
Oh
pretty
yeah.
big bodied up there.
Oh yeah. I mean, you get. I
Yeah.
shot a doe this year, opening day of bow season, and field dress. She was about 160, 170 pounds.
What? Field
Yeah.
dressed?
Field dressed.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. You
Well,
know what we
you
do
got to
with our
figure
does here? We
Indiana's
throw them
full of
over our
crop
shoulder.
fields.
I just throw it, just walk out with it. It's not heavy.
Well, see, I've always wanted to hunt Texas, but I've always heard bad things about Texas. I've got a buddy that lives
Oh,
in San Antonio now, and his big thing is he's like, man, you either have to own a ranch or you got to spend a fortune to go hunt. I was like, why don't you go
that
hunt?
ain't. It's not
Because he's
that true.
well, he works there at Lackland Air Force Base. He's like, dude, why don't you go on
Yeah,
Lackland and hunt? I go on
yeah.
Lackland and hunt in a heartbeat. There's a lot of deer there. He's like, oh no, man, I don't screw with that. Okay,
See, that's his. That's sort of his fault, ain't
that's what I said.
it? You got Camp Bolus. Bolus is down in San Antonio too. You can go hunt that as well.
Yeah,
I haven't never hunted, but I've had friends that went down there and hunted down there.
I, I went to canine school at Lackland, and every day we go out to train, we'd always see deer everywhere. So I know
Yeah.
there's a bunch of deer there. I told him, I said, dude, you went to the same school I did. You know there's deer there. He's like, yeah, but man, there's just too many people. I was like, dude, there's not as many hunters as you think. There's not a lot of guys at that school are just there to go to school and they're going back to their bases. Go hunt.
We should look into it. You should come down.
I'll come down in a heartbeat. I didn't
I
mind
know you
Texas.
can hunt bullets though near Sam Houston. I know you can do that.
I'll try to come
Fort
down
Hood
next year.
though, Fort Hood is ridiculous on its own levels, but
So explain the whole process from start to finish hunting on Fort Hood because I know I'm sure they have ice sportsmen, right?
correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell the listeners what you got to do because I know Fort Hood, as big as it is, I'm sure it's a pain in the butt to get onto.
So we have One Mission Outdoors has a YouTube channel. We made it's just a playlist of like
Mm-hmm.
getting on ice sportsmen's, registering,
Yep.
reserving a location to hunt, all this other stuff, right? But the process of registration is fairly simple. You
Yeah.
know, you just put in your name, you take a little quiz, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
You're good to go. You buy your permit based off of whatever category you fall into. I think vets, it's like $75 for the whole year for the
Not
hunting
bad.
permit.
Not bad.
Can't beat it. There's like 135,000 acres on Fort Hood.
Wow.
Now, the downfall of
Wow.
Fort Hood, there's a lot of Army units that
Yeah.
come here, and they train, right? So
Yes.
when are the best times to train? When it's really cool out, when the
Yep.
CO don't want to sweat too much, right?
Yep.
Springtime and fall. Those are
Yep.
gigantic training times for the Army at Fort Hood.
Oh yeah.
All those brigades are preparing it for NTC and whatever else.
Oh yeah.
So you have to deal with that. Once you
Okay.
get registered on iSportsman's, you know, you got to read the regulations because there's a lot of minute rules that you need to pay attention to.
Yes.
Bird shot sizes, you know, slug gun use, when you can use it, when you can't.
Yep.
There's no rifle hunting. It's pack in, pack out for the most part.
Okay.
I think you can like leave a blind out for a certain period of time, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of thieves on Hood too. You can
Oh
get
yeah.
rolled up for stuff as well. Like the penalties are pretty steep. Like you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay.
Yep.
I've had to pay a fine in the past for doing something stupid, total accidents, right? But I paid the price, and you know I move on with my life.
Oh yeah.
I think they're probably going to tighten down because I heard that there's like a nuclear reactor thing coming, but so I don't know what that's going to do to the rules on
Mm-hmm.
post, but hopefully it won't change it too much.
Oh yeah.
I would say that the deer hunting, the hunting on Fort Hood is great.
Is it?
All of these bucks that you see behind me, they're all bow kills. I've shot them on Hood, and you know I've enjoyed myself hunting on Hood.
Those are great
It's a
bucks.
lot of work. It's a lot of work. Like,
Is it?
you have to scout and you
Yep.
have to put in the work in order to be successful, and that's what sort of sets us apart from a lot of different hunters around this area. When it comes to the One Mission Outdoors, you know, field staff or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I would say it's worth it, but just be
Mhm.
prepared. Like if you're going to come down from Indiana, it's hard to plan because of the training schedules.
Yes.
We only know what's available for a week out. So
That's not
you can
bad.
only plan a week out, you know,
Yeah.
but you could be like, I want to hunt turkey. I want to come down. I want to see Jesse. I want to hunt a Rio Grande turkey on
Yeah.
Fort Hood. And I'll be like, man, plan it during this time. And I don't know what to say after that because the Army could
Oh yeah.
take up that land and it'd all be gone. Right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So the less land, I mean, you're still going to have the same amount of people trying to hunt. It's just less land to work with.
Yep.
The less units that train, the more land and the more space you got and the less competition from
Yep.
other hunters. And that goes for deer season and turkey season.
Okay.
But
Well, see,
yes.
it's not bad though for you guys with that because like I hunt Fort Knox too. Knox is only an hour and 20 minutes from my house.
Okay. Yeah.
Their schedule's only out 3 days. We only get 72 hours. That's it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So
So
we
you
got
got
7 days
really
out. Yeah.
see that'd be
Mhm.
nice. I wish we had that here. That'd be sweet, man. And I believe Leonard Wood's the same way. I believe Leonard Wood's only 72 hours.
Dude, you should go hunt with our boys down in Missouri. We have a team Missouri for One Mission Outdoors, and they
Really?
hunt Leonard Wood a lot.
I'll have
Duck
yeah.
hunt, man.
I'll get their information from you offline because I mean I go to Leonard
Yeah.
Wood. I didn't go last season. I went the season before and I hunted the last 2 days of bow season and the first 4 days of gun season. I had to leave and go to Illinois. I've got a buddy that's got a farm over there. I hunt Illinois every year for
Uh-huh.
bow season. And then I came back to Indiana. I was going to go back to Leonard Wood. I just didn't have time after that.
Wow, that's cool.
But I try to
Yeah,
go
man,
every year and hunt for a couple
we got
days.
Team Missouri. I served with that guy in SVAB.
Mm-hmm.
He's the E7, but he's getting med boarded out. And but yeah, there's a whole crew over there. There's like one guy just retired. The main team Missouri guy, he's retiring. And then there's another staff sergeant. No, he's a sergeant first class. but they're all like sort of a hunting group amongst, us, the One Mission Outdoors guys. And yeah, man, I'll give you their info.
Yeah,
He'll put you on something.
Yeah, I'll hit him up. Because I go, like I said, I go to Missouri. I try to go every year, and I'm thinking this hunting season, 2026, I'm gonna try to go back to Kansas and hunt Leavenworth again. I love that place.
That is on my bucket list because my father was born at Leavenworth. I want to hunt Leavenworth.
Yep.
Yeah, Leavenworth. I want to hunt Leavenworth.
It's amazing hunting. 2 of my biggest bucks I killed on that base.
No kidding.
Yeah, everybody told me like, oh, your first year here, you got to kind of get used to it because Leavenworth's a little different. So most bases I've ever hunted, you go out, like you said, you scout.
Yeah.
You put up cameras and then you find a good spot, you put a stand in or you carry your climber in, whatever, and you hunt. Leavenworth's different. Leavenworth, you can bait, number one.
So same here. Yeah.
So there'll be guys with 700 pounds of corn, a huge in front of them. And then you have to go to this thing they call a tree stand draw.
Oh.
So what you do is everybody meets up at the old hunt lodge there, and they pull out a hat and everybody puts their cards. So when you go through now I don't know if Leavenworth is still like this, but used to they didn't have it online. It was a class you had to take, and everybody would go and sit down. You do a quick class. Just if you didn't drop it, don't pick it up. If you see an unexploded ordnance, don't kick it. Don't shoot towards houses and cars and people. Sure. If you're hunting and somebody rides down a horse, don't shoot at them. We've had that happen before. Don't do it. And just stuff like that. Just common sense stuff, but it doesn't always factor in people's thought process.
Yeah.
Well, then you get these 2 cards. One, they're both about the size of a credit card. One of them has your name, phone number, and your address on it. The other one just has like a number. So you take the one that has all your information, you drop it in a hat. Everybody does it, and then they draw it out. When they draw it out, they've got a big map right here of the whole base. You get 2 stickers with numbers on them. They're your hunt number for the year. You go up on the map and you put your first sticker up where you want it, where you're going to hunt.
Yeah.
My first year, I had a spot picked out. I went and put my number on the map. Well, I left there and they give you this big placard. You put your name, phone number, unit, all this stuff on it. You take it out and you put it on the tree where you're going to put your stand. Now, if you're in an archery area, nobody can sit within 50 meters of you. If you're in a gun area, nobody can sit within 100 meters of you. Well, I put my stuff on the tree. I took a picture of it. Nobody's around me. I leave. The next day, this guy calls me, hey, you're going to have to move your stuff. No, I was there first. And I knew why he was down there. There's a massive 10-point down there. Okay, well.
Of course.
He's like, well, I was here first. I said, no, you weren't. I said, as a matter of fact, I said, when I put my stuff on the tree last night, I had 2 MPs with me that were on duty that saw me put my stuff up there. There was nobody else around. I said, because we looked at all the trees within 100 yards of me. Nobody was around.
Yeah.
He's like, well, if you don't move, then I'm going to sit there anyway. I said, go ahead and sit there. I don't care. We'll sit next to each other. We'll wave at each other. I don't care. Whatever.
Come on.
So I sit there for a little bit. I was like, you know what? That's fine. He can have that spot. I'll move up the ridge a little bit and sit up top. Because up top, there was a ton of acorns up there. I'll sit up there. Glad I did. He killed that 10.
Yeah.
But a week after I left Leavenworth and went to San Antonio TDY for 10 days. I get back, and right in front of my stand, there are trees just demolished. I thought, man, there's a buck moved in here. I was like, man, it's got to be pretty good size. So I got back. I went up there and checked my camera. No pictures on the camera, but my camera was facing a different way. Well, he never came in front of the camera. He stayed over here. My first morning hunting, I get up there, and I forgot about the skeet range up on the hill above me.
Yeah.
Right at daylight, they start firing. Well, I jump up and grab my gun. I was like, oh, man, something's coming. And then it dawns on me, that's the skeet range. Like, you idiot. So I sit back down.
Yeah.
Man, this 8-point comes off the hill, and he is just massive. I shoot this deer.
Kansas, right? This is Kansas?
Yeah, Kansas. A giant. I get him checked in that morning, and by the time I got where I shot him at, I've got to drag him about 300 yards up a hill up to my truck. So I called some buddies of mine to come out and help me because
he probably 230 pounds.
Probably he's a little over 200. I mean, he was a big boy. Well, by the time we get him, so on base they had special gun seasons each month where for that weekend you could use a shotgun or muzzleloader. I killed him on one of those weekends, so I had to take him to the gun club to get him checked in.
Yeah.
By the time I got there, they already knew that they had a big buck down. Everybody already, because guys saw me dragging out, they were calling in and talking about it.
Yeah.
After the 90-day drying period, he come in at 146. So that was
That's
my
a big
biggest.
deer,
That's
man.
still my biggest buck I've ever killed. That
That
six
is-
point.
that's a big boy.
I was hoping that 6 point would overtake him. He didn't. I was like, man, I was about 12 inches off.
This episode is powered by Dead Nuts Outdoors, makers of the most lifelike, lightweight, and weatherproof 2D archery targets in the world. That's right, I said 2D. We're talking full-size animals that bring the hunt to your backyard. Whether you're dialing in before the season or just burning daylight with your bow, Dead Nuts Targets makes practicing fun, training on full-size animals to ensure every rep in the backyard converts to success on your trips to the field. Built to last, easy to haul, compatible with any backstop, and 100% made in the USA, Dead Nuts Outdoors is a proud supporter of our veterans, investing in conservation and rooted in building a better, more confident community of hunters every step of the way. They are proud supporters of the Praying and Slaying Podcast Network, and you can get 10% off your Dead Nuts targets by using the code Prayin' and Slayin' at checkout. That's Prayin' and Slayin' at your checkout or visiting the link in the show notes. Dead Nuts is helping us all hit the spot, not the dot. Hit it dead nuts. Now, let's get back to the episode.
But I hunted, like I told you, I hunted two military bases this year, and on both bases I had 170 class deer and couldn't get it done. And one of them was 32 yards away, couldn't get it done. He stopped at a bad spot, and I had an ozonics going. I had just shut it off right before he came in because I couldn't hear as it was kind of raining. So I shut it off so I could hear. And about the time I shut it off, I'm standing there and I turn, and I was on this little finger coming out. And there's two drainage ditches coming down next to me. He's coming down this finger of woods at a dead run. I grunted. I did a doe bleat, nothing. I snort wheezed. He stopped on a dime and came across that ditch and came right in front of me at 32 yards. But I've got a bunch of brush coming down off the trees in front of him. I couldn't shoot. All I see was his head and his rear end. That's it. And then I was going to reach back and turn my ozonics on, but I was afraid to move as he's only 32 yards, and he's looking up the hill trying to find out where that snort wheeze came from. And I felt the wind shift. I felt it around the back of my neck. I thought, yep, I'm done. He didn't blow. All he did was you could hear him take a breath in. He kind of blew it out a little bit, just turned. He bounded 3 times down the hill and just walked off. That's all he did. He came back the next – I wasn't hunting the next day. It's a 2-hour drive for me to go up there and hunt. He came in the next day, came in the next day. I went on day 4. He didn't show up.
It's because you were there.
Exactly. That's exactly why.
He saw you drive in.
He's probably sitting up there by the road watching.
He probably does, man.
So I thought,
you were smart.
Well.
That happened to me this year.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I was going to one of my spots, and it's like a right turn, and you go down this dirt trail.
Yep.
I take that right turn. As soon as I take that right turn, I see him. He's laid up underneath a cedar, just like staring right at me. I'm just like in my truck. I'm like, what do I do? So I started parking different spots.
Yep.
I don't know. I hope he's still alive because he was a good buck.
That's how they get big, though. They're smart.
Yeah.
They're smart.
He was just waiting, man. I was like,
he knows where everybody's coming from.
I backed up real quick, and when I drove down the road more and I got out, and I went exactly where I thought he was, and I didn't see him anymore. And I was like, dang it. Had my bow ready. I was like, come on, man.
That's what always happens to me. It's like hunting my property here is hard because you can't get into the spots you need to be in because every which way you go, deer are bedding or deer are feeding. So it's like, I wait till daylight. I wait till it's daylight. Then
that's what I do too. Yeah.
I mean,
I like hunting evenings because it gives you a more optimal chance of slipping in there without busting something.
Yes.
And I'm not afraid to track at night. Some people are. Some people hate it. But it's just there's a method to the madness, right? But I prefer evening hunts because it allows the deer to breathe.
Oh yeah.
Mean.
I try to if I'm hunting the same spot, multiple times, I'll switch it up. I'll try to switch it up so the deer can't pattern me coming in. They don't. Morning time there's gonna be danger here. I try to kind of switch up. I try to set the same tree every time. So it's just I love the cat and mouse game, but every year I always say I'm going to sell all my stuff and take up underwater basket weaving because I get so frustrated every year.
19 times, man. It took me 19 times. That's not even including preparation phase of deer running, right? Like going
Nope.
out and scouting and walking around, checking out where you want to saddle hunt. But 19 hunts, that's what it took me this year to get a buck down. You know, took a couple other guys longer than that. So it's
Oh
like,
yeah, I didn't even get a buck this year. I got a doe, and that was it. I was like, well,
yeah,
it's meat. I don't care. I'm putting meat in the freezer. I want to make sure we
hey,
got deer meat for next year.
no, no judgment here.
Oh yeah.
I'd do the same thing. I just time, time's always against us, and
Oh
you
yeah.
got to make time for those things that are important for you.
Well, and it's what keeps me sane. It's what just helps
Um,
me just decompress. And I was on Aaron's podcast not last year, but the year before with my buck. And I told him,
yeah,
I said, for me, the best part of hunting is not going out and killing stuff. The best part of hunting is sitting in the tree and watching the woods come alive when daylight hits.
yeah,
That's the best part of hunting. That's the best right there. There's nothing else in the world you can do to experience that. There's nothing.
yeah,
And it's just like it's so calming. You're sitting there in
yeah,
the dark, you're hearing coyotes howl, you're hearing animals move through the woods. You don't know what it is. You can't see them. But when daylight hits, the birds start coming out, squirrels start moving. It's like I hate to sound corny, but it's like magical. It's an awesome feeling. It just you can feel the stress just
yeah.
fall off.
Because you're a part of this earth at that point, right? Like
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
nothing knows that you're there,
Mm-mm.
and it's just you're existing with all the rest of this stuff.
Yep.
Makes you feel pretty small
Oh
whenever you
yeah.
sort of look at it in the broad
Oh
scheme of
yeah.
things, right?
Yeah. You're just a little molecule here. That's it. I mean, it's you
Yeah,
know, in the grand scheme of things, it's just you're a little piece here than the rest of it. But it's awesome, man. Just watching, the sun comes up,
yeah.
you see the horizons. It's amazing. So that's the best
That's
part of hunting
that's
for
one of
me.
my favorite things about turkey hunting is like
Yeah.
you get to see this whole world come alive right in front of
Yeah.
you. You get to hear this freaking bird just make this weird sound, and you just get locked in.
Yep.
It's cool. You get to hear owls and all sorts of stuff. And the outdoor guys like us, that's just our thing. We just love
Yeah.
it.
I would rather, I was telling my wife, because I've known my wife since we were in high school. And she's like, what is it about hunting that keeps you going? I was like, it's not the chase of the animal like everybody else thinks it is. It's just keeping that feeling. I said, I don't know how to explain it, but it's one of those where I don't consider myself an adrenaline junkie. I was never scared of anything growing up. I was the dumb kid who would jump off everything. I'll do it again if it doesn't kill me the first time. I'll try it again.
Yeah,
But it's like there's certain feelings you get with certain things you do, and that's one of them where you go out and you watch the world come alive. I said, just it gets you. It gets your feels.
yeah,
It's one of those feelings you can't get doing anything else. I mean, yeah, I love going to my kids' football games. I love going and watching them play baseball and basketball and all that. I love seeing them do their how they're growing up and living their lives. But this is just a different feeling. I said I can't explain it, but it's just I keep chasing that. I want to have that feeling. I said every time I go out, I get the same feeling every time. I said then at night when you're out in the evenings, you watch the world shut down. It shuts down. It
yeah.
goes from life to dark. I said
Right.
it's awesome. I said you can't. I
I
can't.
think a lot of us veterans we're so exposed. Like I've been to Iraq and Afghanistan. It's like you're so exposed to a lot of hatred and a lot of like anger and just
Yep.
unrest and unpeace and just all of this negativity, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, it soaks into your DNA. It
Yes.
becomes a part of you almost, and it's like you don't want to be that person after you get out anymore. And even while you're in the army, right, or military, you don't want to be that person, but that happened to you. You went through all this stuff. And how do you deal with that? And like doing what you just said, really like that's that piece that we want to seek. That's what
Yes.
we want to feel a lot more than that other stuff.
Oh
Because that
yeah.
stuff's easy to feel. This is what we want to feel.
Yep.
This piece is what we seek, right?
Yep. I just keep hoping and praying that the more days I go out and experience it, the more of those negative days will pass away. They'll leave.
Yeah.
Just keep. It's kind of like flushing my system and starting over. It hasn't happened yet, but it is getting easier. It's getting easier. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have the anxiety like I did before. It's not as bad. It's getting better, and
Yeah.
that's why I've linked up with some of the, like, two of the guys that are vets that I hunt with. I didn't never knew them. I just met them this past year. We started hanging out and hunting together, and it's like I can see from the day I met them till now, there's been a change. There's been a change. They're a lot different. They seem happier just in life in general.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like that's what I told my wife is that's the stuff I like. I love watching my boys. I've got a 14-year-old and a 13-year-old that they hunt with me, and taking them out, watching their faces when the woods come alive in the morning.
That's the best.
Yeah, and I told them the same thing that me and you talked about. That's why I do this. That's why I come out here and spend all this time in the woods. It's not to kill animals. It's not to do all
Right.
this.
Right.
It's for this. So they're starting to kind of see it now too. So that's why my oldest, he's really getting into turkey hunt now. So he doesn't know it yet, but his birthday's coming up in April. I'm buying him a turkey vest. I'm gonna get him a turkey vest. He bought his own shotgun.
Yeah.
He's already
Yes.
he's ready to go. So I told him, I said, we'll hit turkey season hard. I said, I will focus this year on you. I've killed my birds. I would rather be with you when you kill your first.
For
So
sure.
I don't know, man.
I hear you, man. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Same way. I love watching my kids be successful and, just showing them that there is a social world out there, but there's also all this. There's
Yes.
also all this nature that can make you feel real small. Like, it's a huge world out there, and we need to know that.
Oh
A lot
yeah.
of people feel like the world is all theirs, and I don't want them to feel like that. I don't think any of us that's been through the things that we've been through. We don't want them to see that side of the world, right?
No.
We want them to see that peaceful side for sure.
Yes. Yes. I want to keep my kids as innocent as I can, as long as I can.
Yeah,
You know,
it's hard, man. Social media does not make it easy.
no, and it's excuse me, the things that are on social media, it's just like, why?
Yeah,
Why? I mean, why do we want to ruin our youth so young? It's like it doesn't make sense. So I try to monitor my kids' social media as much as I can.
yeah,
That's all I can do. And I try to when I see a learning moment come up, I try to teach them. Listen, this is not what you do. You don't do this. This is why.
sure.
No,
Yeah.
but I want to keep
Teaching
them.
them the outdoor skills, I think, really sort of shows them like, oh, there's way more than just
Oh
this
yeah,
stupid, mindless social media stuff. I
yeah.
could learn about something new out here.
Well, and the good thing about it is both my kids play football. Both the
Yeah.
boys play football.
Yep.
I've got one that loves baseball too. He's all into that. So they get that camaraderie with the team.
That's
So
great.
they can kind of understand where I'm coming from, missing, the military side of that camaraderie. So now they get it. So that's why they're really, they've my youngest started lifting weights with the varsity football team in 6th grade. So he's been lifting the last 2 years with them, and he's like, "Dad, they really took me in like family." I said, "They will. That's part of being a part of a team, your family."
Right.
Because I
Hmm.
coached youth football for 4 or 5 years. That's what we always told the kids: "You're a family. You're not just a team. We're family. We take up for each other. We're here for each other."
Yeah.
So he's really been seeing a lot since we've been here, and that's what I like about it. It's that small town mentality where they kind of block the rest of the world out, and we just kind of focus on our community and stuff. And I told him, I said, that's good though, because you're not getting that influence from the outside now until you get out of here. Then you're old enough you can make your own decisions.
Yeah.
So, but they're both starting to really take the outdoors. So I think it's going to be a good thing for them. So,
And that's what I'm trying to get that. My wife, I got her a bow. I'm
yep.
trying to get her, on a regular basis shooting with me, and hopefully, trans over to like my kids freaking shooting with me too.
Oh yeah.
Just as a pastime instead of scrolling and just seeing
Yep.
things that they're not really important.
No, no. I tried out with my wife. I got her a bow. We were at Fort Knox, and we had just bought a little small farm out there actually, and she went hunt with me 3 times, and she wouldn't shoot anything. She wouldn't do it. She's like, "No, I'm just afraid I'll wound it." I was like, "You got to have confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
So you got to have confidence. If you don't have confidence, and yeah, I don't want you pulling the trigger on nothing." But she wouldn't shoot. She's like, "Nah." I mean, it was I got frustrated, but I understood it. I understood it, but it's like,
Yeah.
oh man, you got your opportunity, take it. She wouldn't do it. So she won't hunt anymore.
Well,
She's like, no, that's your thing. You do your thing. I was like, all right, that's fine. I get it.
yeah, I know. It's, it is what it is. Yeah, at
Oh
least
yeah.
they see us doing this stuff, and that's how we influence them, and that's okay with me.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh
they see
yeah.
what it does for us, which internalizes, I think, in them. But
Oh yeah.
let's talk about outdoor stuff. Around Central Texas a little bit more.
Yeah.
Let's talk about archery. We run. I mean, here's my bow. I'm a big bow hunter. I
Oh
run
yeah.
a prime, and we do that nonprofit archery range, and it's just south of Fort Hood.
So
They
how did that
call.
come about? What made you guys want to start that though?
Oh my gosh. So I had permission to hunt this property, and it's about 15 to 20 acres, right?
Okay.
But the coolest thing about this property is it's tucked all the way against somebody else's private property. And those people don't really do anything with their property. So
Mhm.
I got access to a little piece that was right near this, and I set up a feeder, and I hunted it for like 2 years.
Mhm.
And there was a big buck. I mean, he had to be 22 inches wide. I mean, this
Wow.
I got a little video of him, but I was after him,
Mhm.
and it was I can't remember when it was. It was like a couple of years ago. I was sitting in my blind. It was a little cold out, and I see him. He jumps the little fence, comes into my little feed zone, and I rip one, right? And now consider this: the area that I'm hunting is not wide. It's like 75 yards across, maybe,
Wow.
but it's deep,
Okay.
like acres deep.
Okay.
So it's like a bowling alley, and on both sides is private property.
Okay.
I don't have permission for these sides. I got
Yep.
permission for this.
Yep.
So I let her rip, and he mule kicked, found my arrow, had blood on it, right? But this was before I got out of the blind. But I gave it 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, man, I didn't self-record, which I should have. I was like,
Uh,
I smoked that dude. It was like 25 yards. I get out of the blind. I round the little island of oaks that I was in,
yep.
and here he is on the opposite side of the fence, and he's just staring at me. Well, he's laid down, but he's
Yep.
staring at me like he's not dead. I'm like, what? I'm like, how is this possible? He gets up and he bolts all the way to the back where the big hill is at the back side of the property. And I'm like, oh no. So I walk all the way to the back, and I'm like, maybe he like bled out over there. So I'm trying to find it where he's at, but I didn't have permission to go over there, and it's dark because I'm an
Yep.
evening. And I'm
Oh.
like, I don't know what to do.
Yep.
People don't even. So it's like a dilemma, right? And I didn't recover them. So at that point, the next day, like I was filled with guilt. I was like, dude, I don't know, man. Like this is like the first time I hit a buck and like didn't recover it.
Yep.
I was like, Lord, what do I do? This is not conducive to hunting. Maybe I
Yep.
could do something else with this. So immediately, like a couple days later, I was just sitting and watching the sunset back in there, right? I was like, I was gonna do a doe hunt, but
Yep.
I was so filled with like anguish. I was like, called my buddy, was like, dude, I think we should make an archery range out of this place. He's like, all right, let's talk about it. So we just started talking about it, visualizing it. I told him sort of my ideas. And then we got to a point where the landowner was like, yeah, you guys can do that. That's cool. So he let us start, setting up targets and things.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought like, I don't know, it was like 15 ASA Delta McKenzie targets.
Yep.
I was like, we just got to start this. I
Yep.
built a website. I bought all these targets, and I was like, go. Me and Justin were like, we just started rolling with it. And we had like some walk and shoot stuff going on. And they're
Yep.
trying to get like an audience, right?
Yeah.
And it started working. And like then next thing I know, there was another guy that wanted to volunteer, and he was a vet. I'm like, bro, yeah, sure, come on. And then we started doing all these other little events, and more people sort of started seeing it. And then
Yep.
we were like, let's make this a nonprofit so we can try to get more lending power, right?
Yep.
And so Justin just took that ball and he ran with it, and he turned it into a nonprofit, got us an EIN and all this other stuff.
Cool.
We're going to be a for-profit, but we're like, no, it's not going to work. Let's do a nonprofit side. And he's been really like the business side of the whole thing. He's really done. And I'll introduce you to him. You can talk to him. He's in active duty right now.
Okay.
So we together, we sort of just, we brainstormed a lot. We did a lot of hard work out there. We cleared the area, just prepared it for a 50-yard range. And that's what we started with.
Yeah.
That's all it was for a long time. Just targets on the ground. People come out there and shoot. It was really, nothing, really ad hoc. But then, we turned it into that nonprofit, and things started changing, and we got more people interested. And finally, we're at a really good point where we're running like competition level stuff. We're hosting.
Awesome.
The Archery Shooting Association of Texas is coming.
Really?
ASA, is a nationwide deal. But
Yeah.
in Texas, they do a Texas circuit for buckle, and so we're hosting one of their shoots this year.
Well, that's cool.
And so we work with Fort Hood. We
Yep.
do Warrior Adventure Quest stuff on Fort Hood. We have two guys that really are the key factors of that, and they go out and they instruct and they help units, plink around with arrows and stuff on Fort Hood. Alan and Phil, they're our two go guys, and they do a lot of work out for the range as well. But I'm more the events and maintenance and images and logos and apparel type stuff.
Yep.
Justin's the business head. He's the El Presidente. Alan and Phil Freeman, those two guys are like the hardest working dudes I've ever met. They're both brothers, and they're prior service.
Yep.
Aaron, he's getting involved, and he's big in the outdoor group.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's just that community, right? Like, that's what we were looking for. And I'm really glad to see it go from such a weird small thing for me hitting this buck and just so mad to what it is now, and so happy. It's like,
Yep.
You can't beat it, right? Like
No.
I never thought it would actually happen, but here we are, right? Pretty much top of the ASA. We're dominating this area, I think, archery wise, and I think it's because we're all veterans and we have that mentality, and we all know how to get stuff done. And yeah, we might cry about it, we might bitch about it, but we'll get it done.
Oh, yeah.
We'll make the best out of it. So that's sort of the 1MO archery range. That's what we've been sort of focused on hardcore lately, for sure.
Well, you made a statement a while ago that I have to disagree with.
Okay.
You made a statement earlier in this podcast that you're not saying you guys are successful. I say you are. I mean, if you can take it from a bad hunt, and you really can't have a bad hunt, but you can consider that a bad hunt.
Yeah.
And you can turn it into what it is. That's success. No doubt in my eyes, that's success. I mean, just not even what you've done with the range, what you're doing with these vets that are helping out, they're volunteering, they're part of this organization. You've done a lot for them that you don't even know. I guarantee they don't say anything to you, because as vets, we don't say something. Hey man, you really helped me out.
And I don't expect it, right? Like I'm here. I want them
thing.
to like
it's
take the ball and run with it.
It's a weird dynamic, because you can work with other veterans and you don't expect anything from them, but they'll never tell you if you do help them anyway. So it's a weird dynamic, but I call it success. You may disagree, but I call it success. And I think any of the viewers, any of the listeners that hear or see this, I think they're going to agree. That's success. I mean, you took it from just a piece of ground you were hunting, and now you've made it something to where you're going to be part of this ASA bow shoot coming in. You're going to be a part of that. That's success. I mean, ASA is a big thing. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's just the Texas shooter, whatever. It's still a big thing. And for just, and I'm not downplaying veterans, but just a group of veterans that took this from an idea and made it happen. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. And as soon as Aaron told me, I was like, dude, that's really cool, because like we talked about earlier, we as veterans don't do things for recognition. We never do. But you don't see a lot of guys that have the drive that we have to make things happen. Like you said, we will get it done. You guys have done an amazing job. You have. I mean, it's awesome. Man. You guys are helping people out in ways you don't even know.
I always sort of realize, like, we're sort of strong, apes stronger together.
Yep.
It's a lot easier doing things when you have somebody to talk with and go through the suck with, like we all have, and bonding together through thick and thin is like what we're really good at. Embracing challenge and embracing each other through that challenge is, I think, probably the best thing about being part of a team. And if you can organize a team where you're at, where it brings people together and you guys can share something all together and laugh about dumb stuff, and hey, look at that buck, he's small, man, like what's going on? Hey, look at your buck, it's stupid big. That's sort of how life is, and we just in reality we're all really happy for each other. That's for sure, and I appreciate that. That makes me feel pretty good about the whole thing.
Oh man, you guys are doing it. You guys are doing an awesome job. I mean, I didn't know much about it until I talked to Aaron, but I mean, I haven't been to Texas in years.
Yeah.
So after he started, because I'm trying to think. I think me and him talked about you after you were on his podcast. And he was telling me that. I was like, what? He's like, yeah. So he gave me the information. So I was looking you guys up. I was like, man, they do a lot. He's like, yeah. He's like, dude, I'm going to go out and start helping them. I said, you should. You're right there. You should go help them.
Yeah.
But I was going to warn you, and I didn't get to talk to you before you did it. Listen, Aaron's a special kind of person. So, I don't
Air Force guy, yes.
Yeah, I don't hold that against him. I try not to. I mean, I do in a way, but I don't. But Aaron's one of these guys where when you go hunt with him, you know those leashes that you use for kids that have the harness and stuff you hold? You got to use that with him. You have to guide him where you want him to go. If not, he'll get lost.
Oh, man.
They don't do land nav. So you got to guide him. So I was going to warn you, but you took him out hunting before I could. So that's just a piece of advice.
I felt really bad. I put him in this weird elm tree, or I don't know what it was, but like, hey, dude, which tree you want? And of course, I'm like, that tree looks pretty easy to climb. I'm gonna go with that one. He's like, I guess I'll do this one. I was like, all right. I felt bad. I was like, dude, I'm sorry. You should have climbed that other one.
Yeah, it's Air Force.
But it was quiet. We heard some squirrels. I was really hoping we get a doe in, but the wind was not favorable where we were hunting.
No. No, Aaron's a good guy, man. He's the same as me. He's been wanting to find a way to help out. So I'm glad you guys got to link up and he can get involved in that. It's going to be good for him. It's going to be really good for him.
He's a good guy. He likes talking about big game, and he deals at those dead nuts targets, which really, I think those are great. And I would love to host like a whole dead nuts shoot.
Yeah.
For them at our range, if they would just give us some, half the targets or something, I don't know. I got to talk to Aaron about it, but I think that'd be pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it'd be great for them too, as it gets them out there, and it'd be great for people to see a different target too, because everybody's used to the 3D target.
Yeah. And that's, we incorporated a couple of those shoots ago. It's been a while, but yeah, man. I like doing it. I wish I could do it more, but I work full time.
Yeah.
just doing project management, just watching things happen. And then I help out with the archery range as much as I can. And I try to get out to the woods as much as I can. So
Yes.
between all that and family, it's, you really gotta dig deep to go out to the woods,
Oh yeah. It's
But I make
you
it
gotta find
happen
that
somehow.
you always have to find that balance. Before when I was in
Yeah.
the Army, I always had to find the balance between work, family, and play. Now I'm not working anymore, but it's still I've got family, I've got the hunting, and then I've got kids' sports and everything else going on. So it's like I've got to find that balance in
Yeah.
there. So
Same.
until my kids graduate and go off to college, my out of state trips are going to slow down a little bit. I mean, I'll still do them, but I won't do them as much as I was doing before. I mean, before I
Yeah.
was traveling thousands of miles every hunting season, but I didn't
Yeah.
go out of state at
Man.
all this year. Well, this past season, I didn't go out of state at all. So this year, I'll go out once or twice. But I enjoy
Oh,
it, man. I enjoy. My biggest thing, I love going to meeting different guys. I love going to meeting different vets and stuff, and talking to them and hunting with them and hearing their stories. That's what it's all about. That was my big pull. Besides educating people with this podcast, was just getting vets to come on and talk about hunting. It's
yeah.
something we all have a passion for. It's not a hobby. This is a passion.
It
I mean,
is.
for guys like me and you that do this as much as we do, we do it for a reason. It's a passion. So I love
Yeah,
hearing
I
my
agree.
stories. It makes me feel at home when I hear them because I feel like I'm sitting around the campfire at deer camp. That's how it feels,
Yeah.
and I love that. I've told my wife, I said, I think what I'm going to do is get some kind of like fireplace in here and get the ambiance going when I have these guys on to talk.
Yeah,
Like I'm back at deer camp.
need a little glass of whiskey or something. Yeah,
Yep,
for sure.
yep.
Yeah.
It's like, man, you can't beat it. I mean, and if you spent more than a day in the woods, you've got some good stories. You do. So it's like I want to hear them. I want everybody else to hear them because everybody's stories are different because we all have different
Yeah.
hunting experiences. So
I didn't really start hunting until like 2008, I think. Seven, 8.
really,
I joined the army like 2001, and I didn't really get into hunting. I was deployed a lot though too in
you were a
those
late
years.
bloomer. You're a late bloomer.
Yeah, 2008. Like I was in Louisiana, and some friends they were either discussing or watching some turkey hunting videos or something. And
Yep.
they had a video camera and they had gone out and done some stuff. And I was like, "What are y'all doing?" And like, "Oh, this is turkey hunting." I'm like, "That looks pretty fun. Like, how do I get into that?" So I got into it a little bit. I started doing some research, and then I went to Idaho, and I got stationed up in Idaho as a recruiter.
Oh
And
wow.
I tried to. That's where I just taught myself how to turkey hunt. I bought a CD. I think it was a Primos Mastering the Art of Turkey Calling CD,
Really?
and it came with 3 reed the Sonic Dome Primos Sonic Domes,
Yep.
and I would listen to that CD in my truck all the dang time, and I would practice in my truck to and from places, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I sounded probably terrible in the beginning, but I slowly got better. And yeah, I think I was out in this place called Grace, Idaho. It's southeast Idaho,
Mm-hmm.
near the border of Utah. And I was out there, right, just driving around, and I see this big flock of turkey, and I pull over, this people's house. I'm like, "Hey, can I just hunt these turkey?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." Well, I'm like, "All right." No clue, man. Like I get out there, I was probably cutting when I was supposed to putt or
Yep.
putting. I was mixing up all these calls, and I would call and they wouldn't do nothing. I'm like, how do you even do this? It's dumb. Repetition, right? You just keep
Yep.
doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it.
Yep.
And eventually I got pretty good at it. And Fort Hood came to Fort Hood, went out turkey hunting, right? It was like something clicked. I was calling and calling. These birds came right in on the string. I was like, this is awesome. So that's sort of how I got into turkey hunting a little bit, and like hunting
Yep.
in general. I didn't become a bow hunter until, I don't know, 2016, yeah, 20
Wow.
2015, 16, somewhere in there.
So you're
Yeah.
new to it still, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Um, Traded a fly rod it was a Bowtech Diamond. And
Wow.
my buddy he's like, "You want this Bowtech?" I was like, "Dude, I got a fly rod you can have." So we traded, right? And
Wow.
like a year later, it broke. I think the string broke and the cam broke, and no one had the cam for replacement. So I was like, "Well, I'm just gonna buy this bow." So I bought this sucker, and I've had it ever since. And I've just swapped out all the components. But yeah, man, Louisiana was the first place I tried to deer hunt, really bow hunt anyway.
Yeah.
I had been deer hunting before, but not like seriously.
Yeah.
And I didn't really want to use a rifle. I was like, I know how to use a rifle. I don't know how to use a bow. Let's make it hard.
Exactly. I love that.
And that's sort of where I began, like, around those times. But I became a turkey hunter early, and really 2012 is when I started getting pretty decent at it.
Mm-hmm.
I started knocking birds down, and I just kept practicing and practicing and practicing. Now it's like riding a bike. It's like I just pop a mouth call in my mouth and I can go.
So I'm going to ask the question that I always ask hunters. Which do you like better, deer hunting or turkey hunting?
I'm going to have to say turkey, man. I'm going to have to say turkey.
You know what's funny? I get that probably about 90% of the time. It's always turkey.
I bet.
It's
fun.
Just, it is. See, that's what everybody said. It's fun. It's just, there's more action.
Yeah.
There's more action. I mean, you can have a slow day in the turkey woods, but you still had action. Deer hunting, if you have a slow day, you didn't see anything. All you saw was squirrels and raccoons. That's it. So
yeah, I had like maybe 4 days of like action in the woods this year with bow hunting during the rut. Like there was a peak where these deer were just like chasing crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, after that it just faded off. It's like, oh man. But turkey, you can spark one up pretty good midday, and you're just like, you just took a power nap underneath a tree. You're like, yeah, I'm ready for you now, sucker.
I always ask hunters that when we go anywhere I go to hunt, if we're sitting in hunting camp, I always ask it. I ask that question, and I'll ask it out to the whole group. Who here likes turkey hunting better than deer? And you'll see hands go up. It's like, man,
yeah.
I grew up. I didn't start turkey hunting until I was already retired from the Army. I was 39 years old. So I've only been turkey hunting for 9 years now. But
wow.
I mean, I love it. I love it. You can't beat it. You get out in the morning, get out in the woods at dark. We try to go out the day before and roost them, but you can't always do that.
Yeah.
So get out there that morning before dark. You have no idea. Yeah. I enjoy turkey hunting. I'm kind of split on the two. I like them both about the same, I think. Because deer hunt, I can go out and sit all day and not see anything and still enjoy myself in the woods. So,
yeah.
I think I'd say probably 90% of the time when I ask that question, it's always turkey hunting. It's always turkey hunting. So,
yeah. I know all the guys that I know, they like turkey hunting over deer hunting too. I don't know what it is, but something about those birds that are just special.
It is. It is. I think a lot of it for me is they always talk about a turkey's brain so small, but that small brain animal can outsmart you like that.
They make me feel like I got a small brain sometimes too.
Me every year. They get me every year.
Oh man. So. Yeah, I do like it. I'm a Facebook admin for the Fort Hood Turkey Hunters page. So after this, just make sure that you hop on there and join. And if you do get time to come down, then, there's plenty of dudes on there that would probably help you out. Or if I'm still around, or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd love to come down. Like I said, the wife's in school right now, finishing up her doctorate. So this year is going to be kind of tough. But next year, I'm definitely going out of state. So I may try to come down. Now, I want to get a group of veterans together and go on a caribou hunt.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yes, that's what I want to do.
My buddy lives up in Alaska, and that's sort of his thing. He does
that's
that
where I want to go. Brooks Range. Yep. I was stationed in Alaska for 3 years and loved it. So I thought, what? I never got to go caribou hunting. I want to go. So I want to get a group of veterans together. I don't care if we take 7, 10, 15 people. I don't care. Just go and spend. I priced it out 4 or 5 years ago when we were in Montana. Well, I guess it's been longer than that. I guess it was about 2018. I priced it out. And we were going to go for 14 days. It had been 10 days of hunting, 4 days of travel. With our airfare, all of our equipment there waiting on us when we got there. It was wall tents and all that stuff. It's going to be a little over $3,000. That was tags and everything. So I was like, that's not bad for a caribou hunt.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'd like to get that together. I told Aaron, I said, we need to do it. He's like, yeah, man, let's do it. Let's get some guys together. I said, okay. So I'm going to try maybe 2027, 2028. So I'll hit you up, man. If you're interested, we'll get something together.
Yeah. See what we can do. I hit you. I'll give you that other guy's name up in Alaska. I don't know where he goes, but I don't know if it's public land or what. So, but at least we got a point of contact, and they typically shoot stuff every year.
Okay. Yeah.
Might be something we could look into.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'll give him a call and see, man. If we can get something set up, man, that'd be awesome. That's my bucket list animal right now is caribou. I mean, I want a mule deer, but caribou is what I really, really want. It's just something about them. I don't know what. I want one so bad.
That velvet and those big antlers.
Yes. I think it'd look good in my living room on the wall, just out for everybody to see.
Heck yeah, man.
So, well, I'll let you go to get back to your chili.
All right.
I'm going to go make hamburgers tonight for dinner, and I'm making brisket tomorrow.
Oh, yes. See, that's what's in that chili is that we had like 4 pounds of brisket, and we just crisp it up a little bit and some oil, and then you put it in that chili. Oh yeah.
Well, see, a buddy of mine, he lives up in Indy. He sends me recipes all the time of different stuff. I love to cook, and he sent me one yesterday. I told the wife, I said, I'm making that this weekend. She goes, are you really? I said, yep. It's a brisket grilled cheese. But it's not just regular cheese. You make your own pimento cheese.
Oh.
I was like, I'm making that. So I went today. They had a 19-pound brisket. I was like, I don't need that. Not for us. So I got a 13-pound brisket.
Yeah.
I was going to make it today, but I didn't get to the store until 10 o'clock. I told her, I said, I can't make it today. It's going to have to cook for probably 14 hours at least.
Right.
So I told her, I said, what I'm going to do is tomorrow morning, I'm getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning, getting it started in the smoker. So I'm just going to let it go.
You got a wood smoker?
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's manual labor, huh?
Well, it's an electric smoker.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
But it's
way to go.
All I got to do is just keep putting the wood chips in every once in a while, and then make sure I keep the water in the little pan at the bottom. That's really about all I got to do. It maintains temperature pretty well. So, but man, it's going to be a long day, but it's worth it though. I mean, it's amazing. Oh, so
you ever smoked like a pork butt or anything?
I did a pork butt. I did a pork butt last year. I do ribs all the time.
Oh yeah.
The one thing I haven't done that I really want to do is I want to do a huge salmon fillet on a cedar plank.
Ooh.
That's what I want to do. I've never done it, so I want to try it and see.
It's good. I did it. Well, I watched my brother-in-laws do it up in Washington. Yep. Like a fresh salmon from the market.
Yep.
It was good, man.
I bet. I want to try it, man. I've never done salmon, so I want to try that next. So I thought, well, I'm going to give it a whirl and see. I'm going to see how it goes, but I'm excited about tomorrow. I love doing brisket in the smoker. I've done 3 or 4. My first one didn't turn out as great. It was okay, but it kind of got dry. The last 2 I did were amazing. I mean, you'd go to pick part of it up and just fall apart.
Yeah, sounds good.
It was good. I did it. Well, what did I do that for? We did it for we had like a get together or something. I did it. It was good. It was really good. What I normally do is I'll just do the brisket, and I do like everybody else. I use mustard as the binder. Use whatever seasoning I want to use and put it in there. And then I'll always put out like 4 or 5 different barbecue sauces for everybody to pick from. That way you can use your own barbecue sauce you want. You know what? Some guys like spicy, some don't. And then, sometimes we'll do sandwiches. Other times we'll just cut up into chunks, eat that. But, oh, man. Yeah. I'm excited about tomorrow.
I'm hungry.
That's what I'm getting now. Like, man, that sounds good. I may just start making it
having me on, man. Thanks for talking to me and letting me talk about One Mission. And,
No, thanks for coming on. I like guys like you that have something they're doing, giving back to veterans. I love having you guys on to talk about it because then, number one, it gets you guys out there more in the public eye. So
Yeah.
people that don't know about it, I'll be honest, I didn't know there's so many guys that aren't on Facebook. So
Right.
guys listen to the podcast, they go online and check it out. So
Yeah.
anytime, if you guys do something different, you guys start something new up, let me know. I'll have you guys come back on and talk about it again.
Heck
Anytime.
yeah. Sounds
So-
awesome, man. I got a lot of guys that are really interested, and they're all veterans too. If you ever want to talk to any of them,
Yeah.
got some real interesting deer experts and turkey experts. I mean, you name it, I probably know someone.
Yeah, I'd love to have any of them on, man. I like I said, I just like hearing the stories. I
Yeah.
like hearing the stories. I mean, just talking to other guys about hunting, man, I enjoy it. I mean, I think me and Aaron got on a podcast together one day. We were on there for 3 hours just talking about hunting.
It's easy to do.
It
It
is.
is easy to do.
We all enjoy it. It's a passion for all of us. I enjoy just hearing you guys talk about, your first turkey hunter, your favorite turkey hunter, your favorite deer hunt. I love hearing that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Love hearing it. And I
Absolutely.
mean, you're hunting a different area than I am. So deer hunting down there and turkey hunting down there is different than it is for me.
It
So
really is.
I like to
terrain.
listen to it because I can kind of put myself in the hunting and be like, man, this is kind of cool. And you guys hunt different than we do. So
Yeah,
I just
we
think
do.
it's-
You
I
got to
think-
come down and give it a shot.
I'm going to, man. I'm really going to try. If I can make it this year, I really want to. I think it'd be fun. Now, when's your guys' turkey season, though?
So our youth season is March 22nd. So that next weekend is general season, and it goes
Wow,
all the
your
way
guys'
to
season's early.
May 15th, I think, mid-May, somewhere in there.
Wow, your guys' season's early.
Yeah.
See, I think our youth season is normally around the 15th of the month of April. And
Okay.
then our general season doesn't start until it's just about the last week of April. And I think it runs till the end of May.
It's got to be, a colder climate. I'm sure the breeding times are a little bit different because just of the climate and the environment that y'all deal with, I bet.
Well, in our season here, if it would start a week or two earlier, there'd be a lot more people successful. Because I mean, by the time
Mhm.
ours comes in, breeding's about done. I mean, you're not
Right.
hearing them talk much.
Yeah.
So it's just
Mhm.
it used to be the general season used to be the middle of April. It was great. You'd go out in the morning, you'd hear turkeys firing off everywhere. But it's like now you may go out and sit all day and maybe hear 2 or 3 gobbles. And that's it. I mean, you never know. Sometimes it's kicking off. Other times it's just kind of like, okay. But
You get close to a roost, you're going to know.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They are so
yeah.
loud here, and they gobble. In the beginning couple weeks, they do gobble a lot, but it does taper off at the end just due to predation and things like human interference.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're a big part of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah,
I told
man.
my son last year when I took him, I screwed up. We parked at my neighbor's house over here. So I live right next to an Amish couple, and my neighbor lets me hunt his property, and I let him hunt mine. I don't care. We just
Yeah.
share. And I parked over at his house, and we walked back across his field back here, went all the way back on the gas line back here. We get all the way back here. I told my son, I'm going to set the decoys up right here. We're going to move back in this patch of woods. I go to take the bag off. I was like, wait a minute. I said, you got the decoys? He goes, no, I left them in the truck. I was like, buddy, I don't want to walk back there because we're getting here late anyway.
Yeah.
I said, we can either hunt or we can go home and come back out tomorrow. He's like, I want to hunt, Dad. I said, all right. So we just backed in the woods, put our little chairs out and sit down because we got these little fold-out chairs that sit real close to the ground.
Yeah.
We're sitting those, and he's got his little bipod set up with his gun sitting on it and stuff. I told him, I said, give it about 20 minutes. I said, because it'll be daylight. I want to wait a little bit after daylight, and I'll call a little bit. A little bit after daylight, I just gave it a quick little scratch and had 4 of them on this ridge across from us just fire off. I
Yeah.
looked at him. I said, they're all roosting right there. I said, they're all right there right now. I said, I guarantee there's a bunch of hens in there. So we sat there, and you could hear them fly down. They flew right down the valley, right in front of us down there. You could hear them down there. I told them, I said, they'll come up here. But where they came up, I was sitting back behind him up a little bit. He's down in front of me. I could see 2 toms out here in full strut. He couldn't.
Yeah.
there was a hillside right there.
Uh-huh.
I told him, I said, buddy, that's my fault. If I'd had the decoys, you'd have killed one this morning.
Yeah.
So that guy, he's hooked. He's hooked.
Live and learn.
So I told him, I said, listen, I said, now we know, always take the decoys. I said, but now we know where to go. I said, now they may not roost there all the time. They may roost somewhere different now, but we got a general area to really go to and check out. I said, hopefully I can get you on one. So I'm hoping this year's different, but I'm going to spend most of my turkey season trying to get him and my other son on their first turkey.
Yeah.
If I can do that, man, I'll feel like I accomplished something. So
For sure. Yep.
fingers crossed.
You're on video.
Oh yeah, for sure. I never film my hunts.
Yeah.
But for theirs, I will in a heartbeat. I'll film their hunts in a heartbeat.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's an experience. I always want to make sure I remember is their hunts.
Same. That's why I put it on YouTube, because I want them to remember that,
Yep. That's what I need to start doing. I need to start my own YouTube channel and start putting that stuff in there.
You can even make it private and be like, hey, here's our hunt. Here's our channel. Here's my channel.
I need to do that, actually. I think I'm going to start doing that because I like that idea. Because I know someday I'm going to be old.
Harder than it seems like, but like the older they get, you can be like, it's my turn. Here's the tripod. You film me now. You follow me. You're my show. You're my shadow.
That's right.
Let me be the star for a minute.
It's been about you kids for the last 15 years. It's my turn.
Yeah, no kidding. My YouTube channel. No, really, it's about them, and I love watching them be successful. So whatever youth stuff you can do it now while you're healthy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Because I know how a body is. My body's it's failing me now. I've had a lot of surgeries. I was paralyzed from the neck down for a month. So
it's terrible.
Yeah, I had a herniated disc in my neck. So I've had 4 neck surgeries since 2000. I had my first one in 2004.
Oh man.
And then I had one right before I retired in 16. I had another one in 18, and I just had one May of this year will be a year. I had it May of last year.
Yeah, I have hardware in my back too. I hear you. Yeah, my lower back didn't have any spring in the step anymore. Like there was no fluid in between the vertebrae.
Yeah.
So they had to like space that stuff out. Because I was saying, like, my whole right leg would go totally numb.
Yeah.
Went numb in the middle of the woods during spring turkey, like before I got it, like the year before. And
man,
no good, man. Yeah, like I had to like sit down, like let it. I guess walking would just compress.
Yep.
Stuff, and I know you know what I'm talking about because that's sucks.
Well, see, they told me that the issue I had, a lot of airborne guys get it in their lower back from jumping.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know that. Like, yeah, we operate on a lot of airborne guys. Like, because I had mine done at JBL, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I had it done there back when it was still Fort Lewis. I had it done. That was back in 2004 was when I had my first one.
Yeah,
and mine was emergency because I was stationed in Alaska then. As a matter of fact, I'd been dealing with it for probably a year or more. I couldn't even do push-ups anymore. So in Alaska as a dog handler, I would go to Canada and work customs at the border. I was over what we called the long station. You were there for 3 weeks working because it was so far out.
Sure.
I've been there for 3 weeks. I'm still doing PT on my own. I got back. We had a PT test. I couldn't even do 10 push-ups. Everybody's looking at me like, what's wrong with you? I said, I don't know. I can't. I have no strength.
Yeah.
So I went in the back, and I never noticed it. I was so busy. I went in the bathroom and took my shirt off, and my left side was bigger than my right side. I was like, what's going on? What happened here? And then I got kicked, whipped my neck around, the disc popped out, hit my spinal cord, and I dropped. And like I said, I spent a month in the bed, and then it took him a year to find it. And what it was, an Air Force doctor. She was the I don't know what you call her. She's the one that did all the physicals and all the pilots and stuff.
Yeah.
I was walking down the hallway. I'd just come out of an appointment. And they were trying to figure out what was going on with me, because my hands would go numb. I couldn't feel my fingers. They couldn't figure out why. They were doing all these x-rays, but nobody would ever do an MRI. So she saw my name tag as I was in uniform. She goes, Sergeant Wilson, come here a minute. I walked over. I was like, yes, ma'am. She goes, I've got your file right here. She's like, one of your supervisors said he thinks you're faking. She goes, I don't. And I'll tell you why. She goes, you have what they call muscle atrophy. You've lost a lot of muscle on your right side. You have something up here in your neck that's affecting your right side, and we're going to find it. She goes, you're going to go downstairs right now and get an MRI. She goes, and then come back straight to my office. Yes, ma'am. I come back. I sit down, and she looked at me, and she goes, you are going home right now. You're packing a bag. I said, huh? She goes, you're on a plane tonight. You're going to Fort Lewis. What? She goes, yeah, you have a disc that's herniated in your neck. She goes, if it ruptures, you'll be paralyzed from the neck down for life. Okay. She goes, go home, pack a bag, get back over here, come straight to my office. I'm getting you on a plane tonight. We're flying you down there. I did. I went straight home, packed. They already called my unit. My unit escorted me over there, got me on a plane. I flew out, met the surgeon the next day. He was a lieutenant colonel. Met the surgeon. They made me fly back to Alaska, pick up my then at the time, now my ex-wife, pick up my wife. We flew back down there, did the surgery. I ended up seeing this surgeon in 2007 in Iraq. He come up and he's like, hey, you look familiar. I was like, you look familiar too. I looked at his name. I was like, oh, wait a minute. You did my neck surgery. He goes, yeah. He goes, how you doing? I said, good. I said, I'm deployed here, so I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, they told me when I was recovering, a lot of you airborne guys have that same issue in your lower back.
Yeah, that's exactly what did it to me. I mean, I don't know, 46 jumps and it'll just jack you up, you know?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you're not landing.
Being infantry for so long, it's all that weight. I think what did it was like, I was in Korea. We were doing some like overnight training, and we had included CBurn into our training. And I had carried probably about 70 pounds on my back for a good long, like probably most of the night. And, oh man, that next morning after the thing was done, after we were done, I was like, man, this sore feeling will not go away. And it just kept like just getting worse and worse. And yeah, I had basically like my disc was ruptured or whatever, not ruptured, but sorry, someone's calling me. But yeah, my disc was bulged. I had two of them, so I had to get that addressed. And you know, still I have good days and bad days, right? Like can't do certain stuff, and it sucks that you get limited for some of the things that you can do, but just got to move on with your life.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what I tell my kids, because they don't remember much of my career, because I mean they were only 13 and 14, so they were still babies, towards the end of my career. But they're always like, Dad, why are you always hurting? Well, you got to figure I've had 3 shoulder surgeries. I've had 4 neck surgeries. I've had my knee worked on. I've had my hip replaced. I've got to have my other hip replaced. I'm just putting it off. I'm guaranteed to have my feet worked on to get bone spurs shaved off, because I can't really walk now. It's almost that we do things in the military that's not natural to the human body. Just what we do. And it's just part of your daily life. I said you break down over time. So
yeah, I agree. Wearing body armor and rucking and just all wear and tear on your body. It accelerates your aging a lot more.
I feel like I'm about 80-some years old now.
Yeah. Me and all the guys were talking about that the other day. It's like one of the guys, getting out of the military medically is like, well, how often you go to the gym after you're done and all this other stuff. It's like, you got to really make yourself do it, because your body ain't going to want to anymore.
Nope.
It's just discipline, right? That's all you got to do.
I'm trying to get back into it now. I put on about 30 pounds after I retired, and I was like, nope.
Yeah.
So
I try, I try not to eat out. It's hard though.
It is, especially when you're rushed. When you're rushed, it's just so easy to stop and grab a burger and you're done.
For sure.
So like, I've got to get that discipline back. But man, it's hard. It's like, I know I'm never going to be pain free. I'm not. It's just, I put my body through a lot and I'm going to hurt. But it's like, man, the days that I hurt, I just don't want to do anything. Just don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
So it's hard, but I'm going to have to start making myself. So.
And just start with walking, right? Like, it's like the fact of getting back into the gym. just puts you in a different mindset, right? Like
Yep.
you got to get there, and then you're sort of forced to do something.
Yep. Yep.
It's just like going to the woods. Just get to the woods.
Yep.
Get there one step at a time.
Exactly. You're there now. You just got to do what you got to do. You're here. That's why I like going shed hunting, mushroom hunting, deer hunting, because I'm walking all the time.
Yeah.
You know,
Same.
I'm walking a lot. So it's like that's the one thing that really keeps me going. So I thought about kind of going back towards rucking a little bit, just putting like a pack on with maybe 30, 40 pounds. Not doing like we did before, 70, 80 pounds. Just do like 30 or 40 pounds, just go walk. Just go walk for a few miles. When my feet and knees and ankles start hurting, then I'll stop. And I'll just try to progress that every week. Every week you just get a little further. So I think this year for scouting and shed hunting, all that, I'm going to take my pack with me and just go and just walk. When I hurt, I'll sit down. I'll take a break, just relax a little bit, get up and go again. And I've been, I cut out soda. I've been drinking a lot of these and a lot of water. That's just trying to stay with that and water, and I'm good. So it's helped a lot.
Yep, I hear you. Same. Try to do the same.
It's just, man, if I can cut out the sugars and all that stuff and try to, like you said, just walk as much as I can, I thought it's better than nothing. And then eventually I'll be able to work myself, my discipline back into the gym and start going to the gym and doing what I can. I mean, I'm not going back here and lifting like I did before. No, but
no way.
But I can lift. I can lift lightweight, high reps, you know. So, like, but yeah, I'm gonna get there.
One day at a time.
Exactly, and that's the only way you can do it. It's one day at a time. So it'll happen when it's supposed to.
That's right. But in the meantime, you know, we just enjoy ourselves in the woods and get our steps in. Just be old dudes out there, you know, and try to help people do what we like to do and share our word of knowledge from both the military and the woods, right?
Exactly.